Hey everyone, I've got Frito here and she's going to help me talk to you about the place command. I cannot tell you how important teaching a dog place is. I've actually heard it's called the duct tape of dog training. It just helps with countless behaviors. I primarily use it for teaching the stay, so we'll get into that in another video. But other things it can help with are counter surfing, trash diving, chewing, even pottying in the house. Can create a much safer dog. If you have a dog that likes to dash out the door, if they learn the place command, that can be huge. Good manners as far as, you know, the dog not being able to jump on your guests if they've got a place to stay. So Frito is actually a really quiet dog, and before I started filming this video, she's never done this before. She's only ever had 1 or 2 training sessions, and that's been a couple weeks. Just very general training sessions. So these puppies are all about 16 weeks old, and there's a few I haven't placed yet, so I do want to start with their basic training to help get them good homes. So before I started the video, you know, I started just kind of practicing with her a time or two, getting her familiar with getting up on the raised bed. Well, she got up on there really good, no problem. She's not afraid of it. But she didn't want to come off of it when I threw the treat off of it. So I almost got a different puppy to show you. But then I thought, no, I really like for you guys to see when I struggle. I don't like to just show you videos of a dog that already knows how to do something like a lot of other trainers will, because you don't learn how to work through problems that way. So let's get into it. So all I'm going to do here is start throwing a treat. Let's see if I can get her. I'm using a bigger piece now, trying to get her to follow it. So I might move around a little bit. Good girl. I'll pick up the leash if I have to. Boop, boop. Hi. We're the ones that come over here. So she hasn't learned leash walking yet either, so she doesn't know about leash pressure, and I don't want to sour her on that. So I'm going to try something a little bit different here. Good girl. Right here. So she is food motivated. She is hungry. Good girl, as you can see. She just doesn't have a clue what we're doing. So again, I thought she'd actually be a great puppy to use. You're going to see me struggle a lot. This might end up being a really long video. Oops, she didn't really see it. You know. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Over here. Good girl. Yes, good girl. So one of the things I want to mention about teaching the place command is this is where what we call successive approximation can be really important. She climbed right up on the bed, no problem. When she initially climbed on, she only put a foot or 2 on, and that's where I rewarded her. So you want to reward the puppies or dogs for even the slightest try at the behavior you're trying to accomplish. So if they jump on all 4 feet, fantastic. But sometimes they just need to start getting the idea of what you want. Whoop, 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 over here. Oh, she's going to get 2 treats now. Good girl, yes, good girl. So how do we reset? Well, I usually start throwing the treat off the bed, and that's where I actually had some trouble with her. And this can also be how we start training the command off. We will get into that in another video. I'm not training that right now. Whoop, whoop. Good girl. That's what I couldn't get her to do earlier. So she's coming around a little bit. She's not timid. She's just a quiet puppy. She's a really nice pup. Over here. We haven't worked on concept of luring yet, so that could have been huge. So Now you see why I like to do things in a certain order. It can really be helpful. Over here. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Good job. Now she's getting it. Good girl. You'll see as you start training place, it's just where they want to go back to because it's generally where they're getting all their rewards. So they very quickly learn to like the place. And, you know, a lot of us trainers like to use these raised dog beds. I want to make a point that your place can be anything. I've got a little coaster right here. You could put a coaster on the floor and teach your dog to, you know, go over to it, touch part of its body to it. That would work great. Hand towel. I recommend that it's something that's easy for you to take to different environments. Let's say you want to go train at the park. Then, you know, these raised beds are lightweight. I've got a truck. It's easy for me to throw them in the back of my truck. But, you know, maybe you've got a smaller car. It wouldn't be so handy. They sell those vinyl place markers on Amazon. Those can be fantastic. They're really durable. Good girl. So I'm just rewarding her while she's here. Good job. And I'm talking more and paying attention to her less, so I'm going to change that up a little bit. I'm going to start throwing this back on the bed. Good girl. Yes. All right, we're going to get serious about our place training now. So like always, I don't start using the verbal command until she starts to learn the behavior, which she already has. Place. Yes, good girl. And I did say yes before all 4 feet were up on the bed. That's fine. Like I said, successive approximation. You can start building on asking them for more and more as time goes on. Good girl. Place. Yes, good girl. So that time she had a 3rd foot up there before I said yes. Good girl. Yes. Over here. So I'm not letting her anticipate that I'm going to throw it on the bed. I might just kind of lure her and give her a little taste of treat over here. Place. Yes, good girl. Good job. Do something a little bit different this time. Over here. I was trying to lure her into the sit position. She hasn't learned that yet, and I'm not really trying to teach it. Good girl. All I'm trying to do is not get her to anticipate. Good girl. Over here, please. Yes, good girl. So you know how it works. You're going to start fading out that lure. I might just use it and go, place. Yes, good girl. And then give her the treat. Good girl. So she didn't get to just jump on and jump towards a treat that time. Place. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Oh, she sees that toy up there. Off. Good girl. So she's about done. And don't expect too much out of your first training sessions. Listen to your puppy. She's done. Okay, I'm not going to ask her for more. It wouldn't be fair for her. Wouldn't set her up for success. She's absolutely gotten the idea that this is the place, and we'll get farther along next training session. I think she did fantastic. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope this helps, and good luck with your training. Have a good day.